Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Get Rich 101 show. I got it tongue tied in my head with something else. But the Get Rich 101 show. Thank you for coming out. And what are we talking about? First of all, you see that I'm awkward on the sofa, right? That's because Nelson is right here. Is right here on me. I don't want to mess him up. So he's going to have to. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now you can see my hero. I can see my hero. Okay, so welcome to Get Rich 101. I'm your host. I'm Sekou Wrights. I am an author. Here is my book. Here's my most recent book, the one I'm most excited about, Hack Your Pain Now. This book will help you get past your pain, whatever your pain is. Whatever your pain is. I actually wrote this book before I had a stroke. Before I had a stroke. And I made it for myself. Really, I wrote it for myself. Some psychic, something came through. Ooh, hot tea, hot tea, hot tea, hot tea. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, King. So, what am I going to talk about today? So let me do my affirmation because I need to get the affirmation ensconced in my system. So my affirmation is, I am so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. I'm so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. Ashe. Ashe. Okay, so you guys know what time it is. You guys know what time it is. What I'm talking about is stock trading. This is my daily hustle, right? My daily hustle has changed though. My daily hustle has changed because we're in a black market. There's a stock market crash. There's all these things going on. I can't quite get my finger on which thing is the most important for me to read about. I'm reading, I'm trying to pay attention. But I was talking to my financial advisor yesterday, and he said, yo, Warren Buffett just sold half of Apple. And I was like, what? So I have not even read it, but let me just read you the highlight. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway cut stake in Apple by nearly 50%. I mean, that's a large amount. And you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the fact that my financial advisor has moved all my things into a portfolio. See, now I would have been stressed about this beforehand because I had stock in Apple, right? I was like, oh, Warren Buffett just sold half his share in stock, half of his shares in Apple. Maybe I should do the same. But now I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about it. I do not have to worry about it because it's all part of the portfolio. And so if something isn't working, it'll be replaced by something else. But it's full, robust portfolio, right? So I know I no longer have to pay attention to individual stock quotes. What? Yes. Yeah. So I'm smiling about that. Okay. So what I'm explaining though is that there's something going on in the stock market. If you've probably seen snippets, little bits of news. You've seen it a little bit, and what's happening for me is I am getting more movement on the standby stocks, the stocks that are known, because Tim Sykes, he has this trade stocks that nobody ever knows. Like these stocks that nobody knows. You don't need to figure out what the name is. You just trade it, right? But these stocks are stocks that I know. They're Microsoft, S&P 500, which is the Standard & Poor's 500, and Tesla. Those are three really big companies. So I am buying those. I bought them a while ago, but I have bought those, and I'm sitting on them just waiting. And what it occurs to me I need to do is I need to learn how to set up these stocks for sale. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need to set them up for sale. What I mean by that is I need to set them up so they automatically sell. So that they automatically sell. Because with the things that I learned about Tim Sykes is, buy and hold and quick. It's really quick things. Buy, hold, quick. Boom. You're doing it physically, right? Boom, 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 and then you're done, right? Well, with these stocks, I'm holding them, and then I'm going about my day. I'm not trying to be in the stock market all day long. So I've got to program it so that when it reaches a certain point of income, it sells. Because I've seen it. I've seen it for all three of those stocks. All three of those stocks. I've seen it bounce up above where I sold it, but I wasn't looking at my stock market, so I didn't cash out, and it went back down. So I know it's going to go up. So I need to figure out how to program it. Now, lots of people know about programming, but they don't know about it. Well, wait a minute. They they wait a minute now. Are saying that lots of people
Lots of people knew about it.
Lots of people knew about it. And oh man. Oh man. It'll come back. Feed Kings and it'll come back to me later. But anyway, I was trying to get that. So I got it. So the people who are buying, selling, and setting up appointments and setting things up in advance is a different kind of stock broker. Because stockbrokers thus far have been right now, but stockbrokers where you're setting things up to go in your absence is a different kind of stockbroker. So it's a difference between a swing trader who's setting up things to go, and there's a name for the quick one too. Scalping. Yeah. Scalping is just going in quickly. Scalping versus swing trades. So I have to learn something. Basically, that's what I'm saying. I have to learn how to set these things up for sale, because I came on this morning expecting to do some quick trades, but I couldn't get it right because my scale was set up for the long range trades that I have, like the Microsoft, right? So Microsoft, because it moves slowly and moves and trends up, you need to pull back some, because I was all zoomed all in at 5 minutes per move. But I had to pull back to 4 hours per move because I needed room to see them. So I was stuck on that one. I was like, oh wait, I got to get back over to the 5. And I got over there right as the stock market was opening, but the things were moving south. And so that's what I'm saying, that people are really talking about that there is a black market, what have you, but they are excited. They are excited about it being black market. So nothing to be afraid of. Just know what you're doing. So that's what I got. That's what I got for daily hustle. That's what I got. Okay, so that said, I'm going to talk about. Feed King said I should talk about my fears, because she felt like I didn't do it enough justice recently. So recently, I told you guys that we went out on over the weekend. We went out a few times, and it was a big deal to me because I have not gone out at all Like I might go to a movie with B King or something small, but a group of people, uh, nah, not really, not really. And so it was difficult for me to think about. And I tell you, usually when Harry calls for an event, I'm like, yes, yes, because Harriet's events are so going to be so dope. They're going to be so many new people, so many not new people, but people who are who are brilliant in their own way. And so I'm always like, yes, yes, yes. But this time I was like, nah, nah. And it wasn't until she invited B King that I was able to get past it and get through it and step up to be um, to do it, right? And so I think I think that's it. Really, it's just that I'm fearful of a lot of things. I'm fearful that I'm not going to remember someone. I'm fearful that I'm going to not know what to say. I'm fearful that I won't be able to say what it is I can say. You know, because that happened to me. Like, it happened to me with several of the guys. I was thinking of what I wanted to say, but what came out something different. And thankfully, there was a lot of noise around. There's a lot of noise around, and so I was able to use that because they didn't hear me, and I would just kind of play it off to the music and the sounds all around, all the people, and so I kind of played it like that, and and so that worked okay. That worked pretty okay. But it wasn't until I was able to sit down and prepare myself for the bulk of what was happening that I was able to relax. Like wasn't scared anymore about running into somebody, you know, you know, and I wasn't. Yeah, it was a much more easy time once I sat down and once we were leaving and everyone was just going their separate ways. That was easier. Yeah, so that was a big deal. That was a big deal. And same thing with the with me telling you about spending the day with Erica. Like that was difficult for me too because the story of us came up. The story of us came up. So the story of me and Fee came up. The story of us, and I was trying to jump in at different points to add to the story, but I could feel my tongue getting tangled, and I was trying to explain the level of my stroke, and I kind of did it, but it wasn't right, really what I wanted to say. And I was like, I didn't do that on purpose. I didn't do that in a way that people could see it. But I was like, you know. And then Fee King would take over, and she would continue to tell the story. But yeah, I had to work through that. And so I'm just sharing with you these things because you might know someone who has uh, an impediment of some kind. Because I saw this meme on on YouTube, no, on Facebook the other day, and I thought it was really good. It was a picture of all these people in these handicap signs, right? Wheelchair, can't see, all these signs. But then under on the other side of the of the board was a person who was just a standing person, and it said, yeah, not all of the 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 things that can happen to someone are visible. Many people have invisible things. Uh, you know what I'm trying to say, though. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that you can have a person who's fully formed, right? Who looks fully formed, and they can be having problems too. They can be having problems too. Ashe. So that's where I'm going with these, telling you about these stories of trying to meet with people and hang out with people, because man, it gets tough sometimes. It gets tough sometimes, and sometimes I just get tired and I just gotta get quiet for a while. But anyway, let me check my notes, and let me see what else we got to talk about before I close out here today. Okay, well here's Fee King from down the hall. You get to be courageous in the face of fear. People love you. Bad wife always support you. Always. Thank you, Fee. Thank you, Fee. Thank you, Fee. Let's see. I can imagine it though. This is why we are bringing it up in our awareness. Why we need you was a typo. Okay. I can imagine it though. Yep. And what else you saying, Fee, from down the hall? All disabilities are visible. Yes. My friends, Caroline does a campaign about unseen disabilities. Unseen disabilities, yes. Unseen disabilities. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Well, thank you, Fee King, for the message from down the hall. And I think that what my main thing. I was about to close the show out without giving my main thing. My main thing is I did a speech at Rockland Center's Rockland CSL, and I gave a speech and I talked about money. I talked about money. That speech is available on my Instagram. It's on Instagram. I finally figured out how to post it, but the whole speech is available on Instagram. It's like 9-10 minutes. It's short, but check it out. Anyway, you will see me talk about money. You see me talk about money in a very strong way. And one of the things that happened is one of the pastors came up after me and said, we should have Sekou come and do a thing and talk about money. We need to do a thing and have him come talk about money. I was like, yeah, that's great. So that is happening this month. This month. So it's available to everyone. You don't have to be a member of the church to join. You can join from anywhere. And here is the flyer. There. What are my 5 pillars of success to building wealth from where you are? Wednesday, August 14th and 21st. And I need to add a link to that flyer so that there's an easy way to get in, because I mean, it's easy to me. I mean, I just go to SekouRights.com and I go to store and it's right there. But I'm trying to give people a single link, and I made it, but I can't remember what it is. I made it, but I can't remember what it is. Maybe I can. Hold on. Stand by. Let me see if I can get it on. Yeah. Bit. It's a Bitly link. Yes. 5 big money tips. Wait. Let me make sure I got this. Yes, 5 big money tips. So Bitly/5 big money tips. 5 big money tips. 5 big money tips. Now, mind you, I don't even know what my 5 big money tips are. I don't even know what they are, because Fee created that flyer and she put in 5 big money tips. 5 pillars to success of building wealth from where you are. I love it. But I asked her, I was like, what are my tips? She's like, I don't know. You tell me. I was like, oh, okay. So I got to figure out what my 5 big money tips are and my 5 pillars to success. And yeah, and I'm very excited about it because it's forcing me to condense everything that I've learned. everything that I've learned doing this show before I had a stroke, doing the show after I had a stroke, just to combine everything I've learned into a really tight band. And mind you, this is Wednesday, August 14th and 21st for 30 bucks. For 30 bucks, like that's a steal. That's less than what I charge for meeting in person. And this is great. 30 bucks and 50% is going to the church. And I mean, to have me twice, have me on the 14th and the 21st, that's great. That's great. So please, please, please mark your calendars. Do both. Do both days. Do both days. Give your calendar. Someone's already bought a ticket. Before I've even given the 5 big money tips. 5 big money tips before I even gave that as a URL. So yeah, let's go. Let's go. So let me see if I can get this up on the screen right quick. Oh, maybe if he can't did it for me already. Yeah, you gave me the link that I have, right? But Rev Mel wanted me to do a shorter link. So let's see, bit bit ly/5 big money tips. 5 big money tips. 5 big big. This is impossible to forget, right? Big money tips. All right. So I was doing that with my right arm, with my left hand. So forgive me for moving slowly. Bitly 5 big money tips. All right. I think that's right. Okay. So 5 big money tips. And for those of you that just want to go to Sekou Rights, just go to my website, SekouRights.com, go to the store, and look to see all the things I'm selling. All the things I'm selling. And this one is the most recent one. And this is the 5 pillars, the 5 big money tips. The 5 big money tips. 5 big money tips. All right. There we go. And Fee King is saying I have too many tips. I have so many tips. Yeah, and actually I do have a lot of tips. And to bring them all down to just even if you've gotten something from me before, you should come to this class. You should come to class because this is forcing me to give it to you all in a tight period of time. So come on, folks. Come on, folks. This is a big one. This is a big one. Yeah. So come on out. Come on out. Come on out. All right. Yes. Yes. Click and purchase SekouRights.com. Yes. 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 Thanks, V King. Down the hall. Yeah, and I think that's it. I think that's it for today. Let me put the flyer back up. And let me just remind you to come on out and support me because it's coming right up Wednesday, August 14th and the 21st. So you pay your $30 and you go to both events. Go to both events. You can go to SekouRights.com and go to the store and click on it. And yeah, you can find it right there. Right there. All right, folks. All right, so that's it for today. Don't be scared of the fact that it's a Black Monday or the stock market is going crazy or that Warren Buffett is selling half a share. Just remember, you've got to be in tune with you. You've got to be in tune with you. And if your Apple share is deviant, then you need to put that money into a portfolio so that it doesn't matter. So anything can happen within the big portfolio, but it's in there, and so it's still available. All right. So don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. All right, folks. Remember, now is better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. Oh, real quick, real quick. I went to the doctor yesterday, new doctor, and like I've been going to a lot of new doctors, a lot of doctors, period. But I've been going to a lot of doctors, and this doctor was a speech therapist, and I went to a speech therapist before in her same thing, in her same unit, but I couldn't remember how to get in touch with her. You know how that feels like you know you got something to do, but you can't figure out how to find her. It was maddening. It was maddening. It was maddening. And so finally I found this woman and she brought me up to speed with the woman with the notes that the previous one put in. And apparently I've grown. I've grown since the last time I went until now. So that's great news. That's great news. So anyway, you'll find out more about me doing speech therapy soon. All right. All right. Remember, now is better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. So whatever you're trying to do, just do it. Just do it. Ashe. Later.